What up guys, Payne here once again and welcome back to another episode of my Swansea career on FIFA 14. Things have been pretty good for this Swansea side recently. If you guys missed the last episode, go check it out now because I'm going to be spoiling it. So Swansea were kind of unfortunate to be drawn against Real Madrid in the knockout stages of the Champions League after we did so well in the groups. So in that first leg at the Liberty Stadium, it was a chance for Swansea to absolutely take it to Real Madrid in front of the home fans, and it was also a good indication of how both legs were going to play out, who was going to be advancing through to the quarter-finals. But Madrid, they beat us 2-0. They had that advantage then going into the second leg when we played them in Spain at the Bernabeu. Now at the time, I thought to myself, you know, going by their performance in that first leg for Madrid, they're going to absolutely annihilate us in that second leg. They're going to wipe us off the face of this planet, and that'll be the end of Swansea's chances in the Champions League. But we overcame them. We beat Real Madrid 2-1 on their home turf. Fantastic result. But we just came up short because of the aggregate score. So in the end, it ended 3-2 on aggregate for Madrid. That we were so close. I mean, Patrick Herrmann had so many chances. If he had just got a goal, if that post wasn't in the way, if we could have pushed it into extra time, I think we would have had a chance of getting through to the quarterfinals. How amazing that would have been for Swansea. But anyway, things have been looking great, especially when you look at our league standings and how close we are to actually reaching the top spot. And also, we're into the semi-finals of the FA Cup. We're so close to the final now. Just one more stop away from heading back to Wembley, so it's not all doom and gloom. But looking on the positive side, being out of the Champions League can work in our favour because we don't have to worry about games midweek and we can concentrate now on what does really matter to Swansea. Lifting their first ever English Premier League trophy. We're so close. And just when it looked like we were going to draw against Southampton, Bonnie, once again, absolute beast, put Swansea into the lead, and that would be the winning goal. The final score, 2-1 to Southampton. Bonnie and Patrick Herrmann getting on the score sheet, and 3 points added to the league table, putting more pressure on Liverpool and Chelsea. Swansea still knocking, looking for their first ever English Premier League title. Now after that game against Southampton, I did receive an international management offer for England, and I rejected. I don't want to have anything else. It's just Misk, I think, for the time being. I want to just be concentrating on Swansea at the moment, because look at our next couple of fixtures. We've got to play Liverpool away. We've got to play Chelsea at home. And then we've got the semi-finals on the Saturday of the FA Cup against Manchester United. Then we have that last run heading into May of our final fixtures of the Premier League season. Now don't worry, I'm not going to be saving the Liverpool and Chelsea game until maybe the next video or the video after. You guys are going to be seeing both of those games in highlight format in this video as usual. Anyway, here is the league table as it stands. They are so crucial, these games. We need to be winning both because we've got 9 games to go, and we do find ourselves in 4th and 7 points behind league leaders, but we can close that gap starting with a win at Anfield against Liverpool. And why is David Moyes still at Man United? Why haven't they got rid of him? This is my 3rd season. He's been with United now for 3 seasons in this career mode save. And Manchester United, they are 6th. Still battling it out with Tottenham for 5th. I suppose they could potentially overtake Swansea if we start dropping in momentum and dropping points here and there. But I don't really see that happening. But to be fair, Manchester United, they've been good in the domestic side of things. They won the Capital One Cup. Not the best trophy to win, I know. But it's silverware at the end of the day. They're into the semi-finals of the FA Cup with a chance to head to the final. So not too bad on the domestic side, as I said. But the Premier League, they need to be doing better. Anyway, there is Anfield. There is Wilfried Bony, a player that I was heavily relying on to get us the result that we needed. If we could just win here, then that moment that all Swansea fans have dreamt about in the past, of them lifting their first ever Premier League trophy, would be ever closer. Now if you guys have been keeping up with this career mode save over the past 3 seasons, you'll know that this Swansea side have a good record over Liverpool, both home and away. Wilfried Bony almost got Swansea off to a flyer, stealing the ball from kickoff and just totally unchallenged took it into the box and eventually was closed down, was put under the pressure and failed to put the ball into the back of the net. But not long after what would have been an upset for Liverpool, Patrick Herrmann had a chance, took it, beat the goalkeeper but didn't beat the post, but the ball came back out and Xhaka, who made his move to Swansea from Gladbach in January, was in the right place at the right time, tracked the ball all the way and on the volley just slid the ball across the line, beating Reina and putting Swansea into the lead. 12 minutes into the game, that dream fully alive. Could we do it? Could I do it? Could I overcome an informed Liverpool team and come away from the Kop with maximum points? It was looking likely because I was catching that left back off guard for Liverpool on so many occasions. Patrick Herrmann just ripping them apart. Liverpool should be thankful that they have Pepe Reina in goal for them for this game. It's all very good having chances created, but you've got to convert those chances into goals. And you can't do that if you've got a top goalkeeper in between the sticks to try and beat. We went in at half time 1-0 up, so it's looking good. If we could have more of the same in the second half, then without doubt Swansea would be coming away from Anfield, from Liverpool, with all 3 points. And then we would be able to turn our attention to our next game against Chelsea in the Premier League. Pablo Hernandez through on goal, almost made it 2-0. That would have been it right there. But we managed to hold on. We kept Liverpool at bay, allowing Swansea to go on and silence Anfield. Beating Liverpool for the second time this season, we've done the double over them. Now all we had to do was keep this momentum going, keep our cool and be composed for our next game against Chelsea midweek. So players were going to be looking a bit tired for that game. But I still had that belief that we could go all the way. There was the league table after the game against Liverpool. We are now just 8 games away from the end. And we are still in 4th. Man City above us but level on points. But look at that. Chelsea top still, but only 4 points top. We could close that gap to just 1 point with a win over them in our next game. That's all I had to do. And then we could just go on from there, because our next game after that is Norwich, and then we've got Everton, who we've already beaten throughout this season. I think we can do this, guys. With our final run, I think Swansea can go all the way. It's going to be tough, but I think we can do it. As I've already mentioned, this game was to be played midweek, just a couple of days removed from that game against Liverpool on the weekend, so rotation was required. In came Tom Huddleston, Jonathan Vieira as well. And speaking of Huddleston, look at this for the perfect chance early on in the game. How did the ball not go in? That was the best chance for Swansea to take the reins of this game against Chelsea, go into the lead. But they tried to respond here. Van Ginkel pushing for it, but Thor managed to come out and meet him, collecting the ball. Then we managed to hit them on the counter-attack. It was that little bit of skill there by Jonathan Vieira that slowed us down and allowed Chelsea to recover with all their players in defence. But Debuchy down the right side had that space, swung in the ball, maybe trying to pick out Andros Townsend, who's making his way into the centre. And just look at that for an absolute scramble in the box. What was I playing at? There were centre halves, full backs, sliding all over the place, and that's just poor from me. I've only got myself to blame. It was terrible. Poor defending. Could have done so much better with that. But tempers were flaring, and I was just getting pissed off. I wanted to get a goal in this game, and it just seemed as though Chelsea had parked the bus after scoring that first goal. Cañas got himself a yellow card for an early challenge. The ref managed to hold that back and then eventually go and give him that card after the ball had gone out of play. And it was De Bruyne in the middle of it again. Someone made that observation a couple of videos ago. I think it was on my England career. Every time I come up against De Bruyne, whoever he seems to be playing with, he always manages to destroy me somehow. But in the second half, it took us all the way to the second half. Wayne Routledge made it 1-1. We got that equaliser, so important, and there was still time to get a winner. If we could just find that passion, that drive that we had in that second leg against Real Madrid, Swansea could do it. We could beat Chelsea in front of the home fans. How amazing would that be? But not only would a win be amazing for Swansea, it would also open the league again for the likes of Man City and Tottenham and Manchester United that are battling it out for 6th and 5th. They could work their way. I can see this going down to the very last day once again, guys. Now time was running out. Outdoor in the box. Van Schok, who got that winning goal against Liverpool. He almost put that into the back of the net. Final score, Swansea 1, Chelsea 1. Both teams come away with a draw. It's still all to play for. And as I said, I could see this coming down to the very last day of the Premier League. Anyway guys, that's the end of this episode. Hope you've all enjoyed. I'll see you all for the next one. Thanks for watching.